Hello and welcome to a new video for the SwiftUI learning course. Yesterday, or the previous video, we talked about structs. I deleted the structs because we don't need it in this video, and to keep things organized, I will keep it as simple as possible. Today we're going to talk about the navigation stack. A navigation stack is a container that manages navigation between screens using a stack. It lets you go forward to a new view, go back to the previous view, and control navigation using data. Keep in mind that the next lesson is about the navigation link, so I will not go too much into depth because of the navigation stack, you can use the navigation link to go to other views. So I will keep this as a reminder down there. But to start, we add navigation stack, curly bracket, and type for your own safety close stack there. Then beneath that we add a navigation link, and the navigation link will go to the view name. So we add a curly bracket as well and type close link, and then we add, that's not the right one. We add, I will type view name, but we'll add a different name in a couple of seconds. So this is close link. Then we add a label. And this is to close the label. And it will give an error because of the view name. So this will close the link, this will close the label, and this one closes the stack. So in the label we can add text, and we add brackets and text if needed, if we ever need text to put somewhere. It added 2 views now, but I don't need this. We can add an image symbol as well as a plus sign, but we have to add a toolbar item on the top. So I can remove that. I have added a state, but we don't really need the state in this object. So this navigation link is this blue button over here. If I tap the blue button, it will load a next view, and I will go into a separate view, but I can use a custom view as well. So new empty file, I will call it test, almost. And here we type test in between, or add brackets at the end. And it cannot find test because there is no such thing as tests. It's only a text file. Struct test. No, it should, wait, it's content view, this is text. It is a different item, but it's not test view. I will remove this. Where and when can you use it? You can place the navigation stack on many places. It has many functions where you place it. You can place it at the root, that's best for a full app, so in the content view. This is best for the full app, as I said, a navigation and a clean or for full app. Where and when can you use it? You can place the navigation stack on many places. It has many functions where you place it. You can place it at the root. This is best for a full app navigation and a clean single navigation flow. So we can add a button, we can use an image as the plus sign as I just had here. You can press the plus button and you add different views you can go to. This is useful in many apps, like a exercise app for exercising in the gym or something. This is useful for a calendar app, for a to-do list, for anything you can think of. So you just add a navigation stack with a link to that specific view. We can use custom views, but we will not use that today. You can also use it in a specific view. You can use it when only a part of your UI needs navigation. So it is nested navigation, but this can be more confusing than what I told you just a minute ago. Or each tab gets its own navigation. This is most used option in my opinion, but for your app you can choose whatever you suit. And instead of navigation app or navigation stack, we use tab view. We can remove the navigation link. We can remove the close tab view. So we've added a button down here, and we can copy the navigation stack and add another navigation stack. And then we have two. So we can switch between them. Then we can add a text modifier. We call it tab item instead of text, because it's its own thing. Then we add .text. In between brackets we say home or something. It is a bit small, but you can modify it as you wish. So it's a little small down there, but and here we make it settings or something. And we can give it a image of a cog, or we can give it an image of a home. It doesn't have to be text. And if we add specific views like a home view, so we add home view, and we add settings view. This will navigate to that specific view, but we don't have it yet, so we cannot use it. But this is the switch between different kind of navigation items. We can add another one, and we can say account or something. Then we have 3 different things to switch between, and it doesn't matter in what order we do it. We can switch as we wish. Apple and Xcode, at least in the newer version of Xcode, Apple provided a auto style, so we can use the most basic common style that Apple apps use. You can put as many views or stacks as you want, but it becomes smaller and smaller every time. So for app functionality, it's not very useful. And even here, if you add too much, you get a more button. So that's not as useful. So keep it as simple as possible. And if you don't want to code, in older versions you get different tab views, and Apple automatically added a go back button in the top. So when you tap on that navigation stack, you can go back automatically. Modifiers, because like every other thing we talked about already, we have modifiers as well. Just like text, images, buttons, you can modify your navigation stack. We can add dot navigation bar title display mode, and it's a bit long, but and we can do it automatic, or we can do inline, or we can do large. Let's do large. Do we have to edit? Yeah, I don't use it very often, so I want to make it as clear as possible, but maybe it's here. Well, it's not in tab view, but we can do it as navigation link. So this is tab view, but if we go back a couple of navigation link, and we add all the modifiers below the text. So we'll do it again. Navigation bar title display mode dot large. And we can use dot tint and give it a color, dot green. And we add something like dot navigation title and add title, for example. That's at the top of the navigation link itself. So, as I told you, Apple automatically adds a go back button. You can style this whatever you want, wherever you want, or whatever you want. So you can use that as your advantage too. For now, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if this was helpful. Subscribe to see more, of course. In the next lesson, we will talk about the navigation link. So that's a follow-up on this one. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.